The Pittsburgh Steelers always seem to be on the cusp of something, right? They are on the cusp of a breakthrough or on the cusp of making or missing the playoffs. They are always seemingly just a quarterback away from climbing the mountaintop. Well, you can put all of that behind you because that ends today, as I am currently going to be the general manager of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to do a 3-round mock draft today, right here on Football Scout 365. Now, before we get started with the analysis, I want to remind you to check out all of the other content on the channel. We have several individual player evaluations ahead of the 2024 NFL Draft available right now on our channel, and that includes every top quarterback prospect from Caleb Williams to Spencer Rattler. Lastly, do not forget to check out the website footballscout365.com, where you can find all of our available written NFL draft content, our NFL Draft Big Board with the top 100 players currently ranked ahead of the 2024 NFL Draft. Again, you can find all of that and more on our website, footballscout365.com. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I've been complaining for several years about Mike Tomlin's inability to hire a competent offensive coordinator. Not that Matt Canada is completely incompetent, but his style, in my opinion, was not a great match for the NFL. Now that the Steelers have finally moved on from Matt Canada, I'm really excited about the upside of Arthur Smith from the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is a great hire. In 2023, for example, the Falcons, they ranked 3rd in total rush yards, just behind the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. They were also 4th in yards per rush attempt. By comparison, the Steelers in 2023 under Matt Canada, it was not as solid. They ranked in the middle of the NFL in total rush yards. Not bad, right? While ranking among the bottom 3rd, though, of the NFL in rush yards per attempt. Both the Steelers and the Falcons, they ranked in the bottom 3rd of the NFL in terms of total pass yards. I can't predict fully what we are going to get from an Arthur Smith offense in terms of the pass game improvement, but what I do know is he's going to run the heck out of the football in the AFC North, and he's going to rely heavily on play action pass consistently. For example, the Falcons, they ranked 2nd in the NFL in 2023 in their use of play action. The Steelers, on the other hand, they ranked last in 2023 in their usage of play action. So you can see an obvious motive in terms of what Mike Tomlin wants to see more of from his offense moving forward into the 2024 season. The other aspect to consider with Arthur Smith is going to be the usage of bigger offensive sets. The Falcons' base offense, it included 2 tight ends consistently. That's 12 personnel. That was their base offensive set. They used 12 personnel at the highest rate in the NFL a season ago. The Steelers, on the other hand, were predominantly an 11 personnel team in 2023 with only 1 tight end on the field consistently, but they did some 12 personnel stuff as well, but not at the same rate that we had seen under Arthur Smith with the Atlanta Falcons. Now, as far as the defense for the Steelers, they still have Teryl Austin as their defensive coordinator. There's no changes with that. The pass defense a year ago ranked 21st in pass yards per game allowed. They ranked 19th in rush yards per game allowed in 2023. The defense was solid at getting pressure. They ranked 11th in 2023 at applying pressure. Now, overall, stylistically, Austin, he deploys a 3-man front. His base defense is a 3-4. They flip into a 3-3-5. That is the second most utilized formation for the defense, which is their nickel package. The base coverage is going to be zone coverage for the Steelers, but he does deploy a solid mix of both zone and man coverage as well. So you're not just getting one look all the time. He likes to mix things up. He also sends a blitz 28% of the time. That is the 10th highest rate in the NFL. And I want to note he has a top 10 success rate when he's calling a blitz in 2023, by the way. So these things are getting home. It's affecting the quarterback. Pressure is getting there. So there's something to kind of build on there. But I think adding some youth and depth to the back end of this defense is going to be paramount in the 2024 NFL Draft. Now, in summary, I feel pretty good about the defense. There's going to be some questions about the offense and how they approach the passing game in 2024, but you can count on bigger personnel groups being used and a run-first approach on offense. The key players on the offense that are going to be returning for the Pittsburgh Steelers that you should feel good about are going to be the wide receivers. George Pickens and Deontay Johnson will be back. I like Jaylen Warren at running back. Najee Harris is going to be back. And then you have your tight end 1 in place in Pat Freiermuth. I think you have some solid pieces on the offensive line that are already in place, and you might go after a few pieces in free agency for immediate help. But I can see the Steelers zeroing in on offensive line help in the 2024 NFL Draft as well. Now, on the defensive side, you have TJ Watt. obviously your best player, arguably the best player on this football team. You have Alex Highsmith opposite of him, both graded out at an elite level as edge rushers in 2023, according to PFF. They were the reason you had a top 5 pass rush grade in 2023 as well. Now, your interior defensive line, you've got some aging going on with Cam Hayward, obviously, so you might look for some depth here. You already have Larry Ogunjobi, and Keanu Benton, I think, is going to be a great player moving forward. He graded out very well as a rookie. The defensive backs, Levi Wallace is meh, in my opinion. Patrick Peterson might have some gas left in the tank. And you hope that Joey Porter Jr. can take that next step. I would like to see Porter slide into a nickel role down the line more consistently. So I think this is going to be a big area of focus for the Steelers ahead of the 2024 NFL Draft and free agency. Now, speaking of the draft and free agency, the notable pending free agents for the Steelers includes a list of 19 total players that could test the market. Some of those players on the list include quarterback Mason Rudolph. He gave some hope for you, but I wouldn't bank much on that. Edge rusher Marcus Golden, linebacker Quan Alexander is a key depth piece. You might want to consider re-signing him. As far as team needs to focus on in the NFL draft and free agency, I'm going to be looking for quarterback, offensive tackle, corner is going to be a major need in my opinion, and interior offensive line. I would maybe target an elite level center, some depth at the guard position, or just find a guy who can play both positions, somebody with positional versatility that could play center or could kick out to guard as needed down the line. So with all of this behind us, we have a solid understanding of the offensive and defensive scheme for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know who could be on their way out in free agency. We have a solid idea of what we need to attack in the NFL draft and down the line in free agency. So let's dive into the 3-round mock draft and see who is going to be available for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now for today's exercise, I'm going to use the PFF mock draft simulator. I will incorporate the Football Scout 365 NFL Draft Top 100 Big Board rankings, which you can find on our website, footballscout365.com. And I will address the biggest needs first by drafting the best available prospect during the simulation according to my own rankings. So with all that being said, I'm going to target a quarterback with my first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. I might even mortgage the future to get one via trade. The rumors going around are that the Steelers have interest in trading with the Chicago Bears to acquire Justin Fields. The other rumor is that they have interest in picking up Ryan Tannehill. That's why I'm here. They fired the guy that was interested in Ryan Tannehill. The 3 picks that I am going to be working with in the 2024 NFL Draft are number 20 overall in the first round, pick number 52 in the second round, and pick 84 in round 3. And right out of the gate, I offered the Chargers pick 20 overall and a 2025 first. The simulator gave me a 56% chance of scoring this deal. Not very good odds. So my other offer that I floated was to the Chicago Bears for the number 1 pick in the draft. The simulator, it was not having that. I then offered the Chicago Bears for Justin Fields, my 2024 second round pick, and my 2025 third round pick. The simulator says that I have an 85% chance that the trade will be accepted. So what I decided to do here, because I have such a dilemma, right? I'm trying to make the best decision for the Pittsburgh Steelers possible. So I decided to simulate one mock where I pass on Justin Fields and I pass on the proposed trade for the 5th overall pick with the LA Chargers. And I was left with 0 QB options that I was interested in. And I also lost out on the opportunity to draft one of the top corners that I like in this particular spot of the 2024 NFL Draft, and that is Toledo's Quinyon Mitchell. So in this particular spot, if I do just go with it, play it as it lies, I might be able to pick up offensive tackle JC Latham, but I want to make a bigger splash. So I am going to backtrack and try one of the simulated trades for either Justin Fields, or maybe I can trade up to the Chargers pick. Maybe I can also trade up to the Titans pick and potentially get quarterback J.J. McCarthy or Jaden Daniels. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to the rookie deal at the quarterback position. But if I take the rookie deal at the QB position, I'm going to lose my number 1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft as well, and maybe even more draft capital that I desperately just don't want to give up. Or I could just go for the proven commodity like Justin Fields, a player that could want a ridiculous contract extension at the end of the day, but it's risk versus reward. I'm going to go with the idea of getting Justin Fields in this offense with Arthur Smith in 2024. I'm going to roll the dice. I've got some win now pieces already in place. So offering the Bears a 2024 second and a 2025 third for Justin Fields, they declined my offer. So I had to come back to them with a 2024 second and a 2025 second round pick, and they took the deal. So I'm going to roll with this scenario. We now have our quarterback of the future for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, he loves Justin Fields. They brought me in. I made the deal. I got it done. We got Justin Fields, and we're ready to make this thing happen with Justin Fields. We're going to pay him. We're going to pay the dude. We're going to find a way to pay him. We're going to play, some salary cap gymnastics. As we all know, the salary cap, it's not a real number as it is. We can cut some things here. We'll cut the bottom line. We'll figure it out, right? That's how we're going to roll with it, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to make our pick at pick number 20 because we get to keep our first round pick. All right, so we only lose our second round pick. So we're going to keep our first round pick, and we're going to make that pick here. So with the 20th overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft, I'm going to go with the best available corner. Now, initially, when I ran my first mock draft, this guy was not there in the first simulated mock that I did. He is there now, and that is Toledo cornerback Quinyon Mitchell. I am running to the stage. I've got the card. I am going to announce this pick myself on the stage. I am going to proclaim this guy has the potential to be the best corner in the 2024 NFL draft. This guy provides all the versatility that Teryl Austin needs in this defense. He can play the nickel. He can play outside. He provides all of that. He's good in man coverage. He's good in zone coverage. He's a physical player. Now with my third pick in the 2024 NFL draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers, pick number 84 overall, I am taking interior offensive lineman, a guard out of Boston College, Christian Mahogany. Had a great week at the Senior Bowl. This guy is an excellent player. He's great as a run blocker. He's good in pass pro. He's going to be an instant plug and play player, in my opinion, at the NFL level for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, that's going to do it. Let me know what you think about my 3-round mock draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We were able to snag our QB of the future in Justin Fields via trade with the Chicago Bears. We didn't have to give up our 2024 first round pick or any additional first round picks for that matter. And by doing so, we were able to get one of the best corners, if not the best corner in the 2024 NFL draft in Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo. And then in the third round, I was able to snag a very high value draft pick in the third round, somebody who could go in the late second or early third round in Christian Mahogany. So we shore up our secondary. We add offensive line help, and now we have the quarterback of the future. Again, let me know your thoughts on this 3-round mock draft. In addition, let me know your thoughts on the addition of Arthur Smith. Was this a great hire by Mike Tomlin? Do you think he will be able to elevate the Steelers offense in 2024? Again, I do want to say thank you one more time. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, be a friend, tell a friend, and stay tuned for more great NFL draft content.